What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes. And one of the issues I just had is we just did a bunch of stuff with this Luna on Lars's account, and we made some content, and then the video file corrupted. So here's essentially what we did as a quick recap. Fingers crossed it doesn't crash again. So we previously had Patricia, right? Her name's Patricia. Yeah, Patricia was the main homeowner. They both had stellar shards. We instead decided to give her V4 so that she has her upgraded active skill and all this funness. She's still running crit attack. However, we were running balance strike, the issue being that whenever we use an active skill, we're basically killing the target. And if you guys didn't know this, balance strike will not heal you for the crit damage you do if the target dies. So it kind of sucks in that point. For bosses, this is going to be really good, but for most of Sealand, it was not. We will go back to it to show you guys something, because one thing that I think is really underrated in the early game is an upgraded gilded purple fan. And the fact that it's an older artifact now, it's very easy to build. Heck, if I chose this on our free-to-play account, I'd probably already almost have like a splendid version. I'd have at least 3 of them, I know that, if not the 4th. So it is something to consider in the early game when you have a hero that needs some tankability, and more importantly, they need healing, because every single round this shield will regenerate up to 30% of your max HP. And for a hero like Luna, who has absolutely no healing built in, and balance strike is not doing that much for her, that extra quote-unquote healing, the healing on that shield, is actually really important. So we got through 16, 17, 18 pretty easily. We're gonna jump into 19 now. Sadly, like I said, the previous footage did corrupt, and I don't think I can recover it at all. But you can see here, every round this shield is going to regenerate, keeping her pretty well topped off. Now the basic attack does hit, but we didn't crit. Oh, that was actually a perfect crit because we barely didn't kill the boss, so it actually did heal. So in conjunction with balance strike on these more difficult opponents, the fan plus the balance strike is actually paying off quite well. And it's nice to see this artifact be useful in the early game, because again, it's so easy to build it nowadays in comparison to some of the new ones. Granted, some of these bosses still hit like a truck, and we might want to just toss her in the very last slot at this point to see what she can do. Let all the other heroes just absorb hits to keep her more healthy. She kind of needed to crit right there. I think if she crits on that basic attack, she'll be in an okay spot. But if she doesn't crit on the basic attack in round 2, she's not going to have enough health, even with that regenerating shield. Or sorry, round 3. Right here. Oh, that is brutal. So let's see what happens if we do switch this back. Like I said, I had a lot of opportunities to use balance strike, and none of them really felt worthwhile. But if she can get Sealand 20 done with this type of power, then okay. We also made her homeowner and just threw the regular Patricia in there. There is that much. Yeah, we did proc there, but we do have... Ooh... This is not a good sign, and this is why I hate anytime they release a new hero that does not have damage reduction built into their set. She only has control immunity, and this is one of the biggest issues, is they are so squishy. And like in her situation, whenever she doesn't have a shield, she doesn't have damage reduction. Even the dot right there took her out. So we're like so close to getting Sealand 20 done, but it is definitely a big investment on her behalf. I do like that red blade, though. The red blade looks cool. Yeah, this is just... wait. We hit the boss and we did not crit. That's not good. Let's buy a few more attempts. I want to get Sealand 20 done. I just don't know if it's going to actually be possible at this point. We could try going back to the melodic strings as well to see if more damage would work. But the fact that she's limited on the number of targets she hits means... not gonna be much different than this. So let's try going back to the melodic now that we have V4. You know, it could be something that works out. Granted, we don't really have any levels in any of our tenants either, so that does not help us out, where most people would probably have some sort of boost. And you can see what it looks like. An active on a target that doesn't have her buff already is essentially useless. So melodic strings on her, I think, is absolutely horrible, because again, if you don't already have Pale Moon Impress on the target, it hits like a wet noodle. We could try just running a regular crown for a couple to see how that one turns out. It might be better damage reduction overall. Granted, that means we have no healing, and our health bar is our health bar. When it runs out, we're just dead. Does mean some good damage still. Yeah, I don't know if that even feels good, honestly. I think it feels worse than the regenerating shield, so this is going to be the big question. Can she actually clear this out? And the answer is I really don't know. It seems like even her crit chance isn't all that good, so maybe we shouldn't even be running a crit stone, and instead we should run just a more generic offensive stone. I don't know. Like right there, that basic attack not critting is bad. Bad. Wonder if we should put her slot 1 so she does take some damage earlier. Oh, that's not bad. But again, I think if we're going to put her slot 1, what we have to do is run her balance strike and put her literally in that first slot so that she can potentially heal off of it immediately. And then hopefully have the backline absorb some hits that she's not going to get hit with. Problem is, this is not going to heal right there. That first active is not going to heal, which is, again, just one of the biggest issues with this hero. It's just such an issue. Not having built-in damage reduction, not having built-in healing, it almost just makes this hero not even close to a candidate. And the fact that Balance Strike to this day still works this way is just kind of stupid, to be honest. Like, I just don't understand why Balance Strike can't heal you when you kill a target. It just seems utterly stupid. So we're gonna have a Luna day. We're gonna be doing a bunch of early game testing with her just to see, maybe even though she's not great in C-lane, she might really thrive in other spots, and that can be important on an early game account too. Granted, Eloise does such a good job. It's like, if you can't do everything, you're probably not even an option. We've tried her in all these different spots and everything. I guess we could level up our little 5 stars a little bit just to see if they can absorb some extra hits, but yeah, it seems like this is going the same way pretty much every single time. In fact, she also doesn't generate her own shields, does mean the damage reduction is very little. Oh, we didn't get a, yeah, it's still gonna happen. Wait, yeah, the burn debuff. So yeah, C-Land just not really possible for this hero, even with one tenant, V4, it's not going to be that way, but we will test her in a few different places. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one, let me know. I mean, I like the aesthetic of this hero, she definitely looks cool, and it's not like waifu stuff, which you guys know I kind of hate that, so that is a positive, and I'll see you guys next time.